The first chapter in grade 10 is going to be about the powers and radicals. You sure already studied this in the title, this title from class 6, 7, 8, and the radicals you studied that in grade 8, from grade 8. The objectives of our chapter are definition of power, powers having natural exponents, powers having rational and irrational exponents, which is a new idea about the powers. Then after that we shift to the square root, which is the ordinary radical, generalized case, which is the nth root, and we will see the properties of the powers. At the beginning we are going to start with this simple activity. We are asked to calculate n in each of the following cases. First part, 5.2 exponent 3 times 5.2 also exponent 4. As you know, when we have the same base, and the base here is 5.2 and the exponent is 3, there the exponent is 4. When we have multiplication, do we multiply the exponents? As you know, we have to add the exponents, we don't multiply them. So 3 plus 4 is going to be 7, so n is going to be 7 simply, and this is a rule. Part 2, when we have 1.4 exponent n exponent 5, where we have power of power, as you see. So we have two powers and we have parentheses between, bracket between them. So simply we multiply these two numbers to get 15. So n times 5 equal 15. We can know directly n is 3. In the next part, 21.3 exponent 5 divided by 21.3 exponent n. When we had division of the same powers of the same base, the numerator is a power and the denominator is power with the same base. So simply put the same base on the right side, and we don't divide the exponents, we just subtract them. 5 minus n is going to be 3, so n again is 2. In the next part 4, we have 3 exponent 4 times exponent and 9 exponent n. 9 exponent n. We don't have, as you see, we don't have the same base, so we cannot directly add 4 plus n. We have to think about a way that we make the two terms, the two powers, having the same base. So simply 9, you can notice that 9 is going to be replaced with 3 squared. So it will be 3 power 4 times 3 exponent 2, all of it exponent n, which is equal to 3 exponent 8. We have to work on the left side. As you know, when we have multiplication with the same base, 3 here and 3 there, we simply add the exponents. So it will be 3 exponent 4 plus, and what do we get here? We have 2n, 4 plus 2n equals 3 exponent 8. Now how can we know the value of n? If you look carefully to this equation, we have the left side and the right side. If you compare them, we can notice that they have the same base. Since they have the same base and they are equal, so the exponent of the right side must be equal to the exponent of the left side. So this is equivalent to say 4 plus 2n equals 8, and 2n equals 8 minus 4, which is 4. Dividing by 2 both sides, we get n equals 2. So always when we have different bases, try to make the same base. Probably you may think about making 3 exponent 4 as a power of 9. You can do it and you'll get the same answer. In the next part, we have decimal number on the left side and decimal number on the right side multiplied by 10. Probably this reminds you by somehow similar to this scientific notation. As you know, when we move the decimal point is removed or moved 2 places to the right, so it will become there. So the number is bigger than the left side. In order to make it equal to that, we have to divide by 100. Dividing by 100 is the same as multiplying by 10 exponent -2. So n is going to be -2 in this case. The next part, 7.35. If you look here, we have decimal point has been removed or moved to the left 3 places, so we have to make this number larger in order to be equal to that side. So we have to multiply by 10 exponent 3. So it's as we are multiplying by 1000, so n is going to be 3. By this way we made a quick revision about the powers and their properties. Powers having natural exponents. What do we mean by natural exponent? Natural number, so the exponents will be a natural number, and the natural numbers are, as you remember, set of natural numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, as you know from grade 9 till infinity. There is no decimal point, there is no negative sign before the exponent. The main idea of raising the exponent when we have, let's say, a exponent, any real number, a exponent, let's say 2, this means that we have to multiply this base by itself twice. When, like in numbers, let's say 3 exponent 4, so we have to multiply 3 by itself 4 times, and so on. But the question is it always true? We'll see. What about 3 exponent 1 or 3 exponent negative 2? We'll see later these details. So in general, if a is any real number for n greater than or equal to, and n is a natural number, we have 8. If we have this product, 8 times 8 times 8, n times, so it will be a raised to the power to the exponent n. What about the case when n is less than 2, not greater than or equal to? When a is 1 or a is 0. So if a is 1, simply a exponent 1 is a, like let's say 5 exponent 1 is 5, when we don't have any exponent here, so it will be 1 by default. And a exponent 0 is 1. Be aware about a should be different from 0. So any number, any real number, any non-zero real number raised to the power 0, it will be 1. Like let's say 7.3, it will raise exponent 0 is 1. And any real number, whether it is positive or negative, it will be 1 also. Also remember this property, a exponent negative n, simply change its position from up to down, put it in the denominator, we get 1 over a exponent n with the condition a different from 0. A minus 1 exponent n, when n is even, this will make the result positive 1. When n is odd, the result will be minus 1. We don't change the sign. If it is positive, it will be positive, like minus 1 exponent 3, it will be minus 1. But 1 exponent 3 is also plus 1. We don't change the sign, as you know. You have to remember this general form of powers. A is the coefficient, and x is the variable, which is the base here, and is the exponent of the power. Okay. What about powers having rational and irrational exponents? This will be seen in the next video. I will explain it in details, and I will send or post on the Teams platform a simple homework just to check your answers, check whether you understand everything. See you in the next video. Bye bye.